Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And I figured I would cover this since I've just seen this news drop on Threads and Twitter. Um, so apparently Game Pass is gonna be, you know, upping its price, hiking it up. And I just want to kind of talk about this a little bit. Um, as someone who is a gaming content creator, like normally I don't do like a lot of news on my channel or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't do a lot of, news in general. But I figured this was kind of important because this is the most price hike I've ever seen Game Pass shoot up. $29.99 just for, you know, just for a price hike. And it's crazy to think, like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I was already paying 19.99, which I still felt was quite a bit. But to shoot up from 19.99, USD to 29.99 is just insane. So I'm gonna read this article, guys. So Microsoft is raising the price of its Game Pass Ultimate again and rebranding some of its Game Pass plans. Starting today, Game Pass will be priced at $29.99 per month instead of $19.99. A 15% increase. Microsoft's attempting to justify the price hike with a variety of upgrades across the Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass Core is getting rebranded to Game Pass Essential, and the standard plan is now Game Pass Premium. Interesting. One thing I would say, guys, is one thing I wish Xbox would have never done is killed off Xbox Gold. Like that was the most, you know, thumbs down moment they could have done, in my opinion. I didn't quite like that they did that. What's new for everyone across the three Game Pass plans is bigger libraries, including PC games across each of the plans, explained Dustin Blackwell, Director of Gaming Platform Communications at Microsoft. In a briefing with The Verge, there is also unlimited cloud gaming, which is now essential to premium subscribers. So Xbox Game Pass is moving away from $19.99 to $29.99 a month, which is a surprising $10 increase, which is quite a bit. While Microsoft increased the price of Game Pass last year without improving the subscription, it's added a bunch of improvements this time around. It will now include access to more than 400 titles globally. This includes a majority of our partners who want to bring their future games to Game Pass. Blackwell explains Microsoft added 45 games to Game Pass, including Hogwarts Legacy, a variety of Assassin's Creed titles, and many more Ubisoft games. So let me just talk about this a little bit. Like for me, this kind of brings value because I like Assassin's Creed. I know I've already bought the, Assassin's Creed games. But like if it's adding like other like titles you know, like what I mean by that is like say they add, that one freaking game that I've always meant to play. It's where they're blue. The blue people. Which game I'm talking about. That Ubisoft made. You guys probably know which one I'm talking about. Avatar. That's what I was thinking of. Like if they add that, and it's a game I've not touched, that would be great. Because I would love to play that game. Um, and considering how expensive gaming has gotten in general over the years, like I actually prefer paying for Game Pass, and I only play minimum games. Like I just play games every now and again. Like I still buy games even though I pay for Game Pass. So I do get value out of Game Pass. Like I can see why people would get fed up because $30 is a lot, and the freaking price increase does suck, but what can you do about it? So let me finish what they're saying. Ubisoft Plus Classics is now part of Game Pass Ultimate, perk that provides it access to Ubisoft games across console, PC, or cloud. And on November 18th, Fortnite Crew will also be part of Ultimate, which gives subscribers the Battle Pass, 1,000 V-Bucks each month. I mean, I play Fortnite somewhat. You know, I'm new to it. I don't know what V-Bucks do. I'm new to the game, so I don't know if I'll get value out of it or not because I don't spend on skins. I don't like microtransactions. Like, you know, it's just a game I casually play with friends and viewers on YouTube and Twitch, you know, when I'm streaming. So, like, do I get value out of it? Guess. But would I spend on skins? Probably not, so it won't be any value to me, you know, because I'm just a casual Fortnite player. And I'm not really good at the game, so there's also that. It's just a game I'm trying because, you know, I'm trying to like break out of my usual crap I've been playing for the last 20 years, like Skyrim. Like I put 60,000 hours into that, so I'm just saying that as an example. Um, okay, let's continue. Xbox Cloud Gaming is also coming out beta, getting a 1440p resolution, bitrate improvements for certain games on select devices. The cloud improvements are exclusive to Game Pass Ultimate. Finally, Microsoft's reworking its rewards programs. Ultimate subscribers can now earn up to 100 per year, 100,000 points in the store just by playing games. Interesting. Uh, so this just talks about $14.99 a month, and Essential is just basically what Xbox Gold used to be. Makes sense to me, I guess. um, so so PC Game Pass changes and more. So that's going from $11.99 a month to $16.49 a month. 40% price increase. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Microsoft has made quite the price increase and, you know, just, you know, step forward and changing things. Like, I already thought $19 a month was enough. But I'm just gonna say this. Like, with the way shit's going on nowadays, and sorry I swear, I kind of, I'm just saying in general, just the way things are going in this economy nowadays, like you kind of have to expect, you know, some kind of something to happen, like some kind of increase or whatever. And it is what it is, you know? Like that's just the world we live in today. And will I still subscribe to Game Pass? Absolutely. I know there's been people on social media saying, "Hey, we're going to Game Pass and we're canceling our subscriptions," which, you know, right on you for taking it to them, you know, because you know, it is ridiculous what Microsoft's doing. Like some people wouldn't be able to afford Game Pass, especially with the amount they're increasing it to. The only reason I do it is because I'm a content creator and I like video games. I like promoting new games. I like trying new games on Game Pass. Um, you know, I'm a YouTube partner and a streamer, so you know, I always got to keep it fresh and keep it interesting, you know, like with new content. But I just thought I would get my thoughts out on this. You know, it's something I had to cover this kind of, you know, I like from now on when I see stuff just going on in general, like I'm going to start getting back in the like maybe I'll get back in the gaming news videos. I don't know, just I don't know though. But I've always just been a gaming streaming channel, you know. Like that's all I've been in the last few years. But you know, maybe I'll start getting back in the gaming news. Like I'm not saying I'm the best at keeping up with everything, but I certainly try my best. Like let me give other examples. Like there's been a bunch of like state of plays that came out that I never covered because I would always get tired, fall asleep, and I wouldn't be able to like catch up on it because I'd be so tired. I'd be so late to the news, and I'd just never make a video on it. So when I say like if I notice something and I have the energy and I can make the news on it, you know I really will. But anyways, guys, that's just my thoughts on, you know, the Microsoft Game Pass increase. Like, it is what it is. Um I hope like this brings value to everybody that still wants to be a subscriber, but I mean, if you love video games and you like Ubisoft, maybe you'll get some kind of something out of it, but you know, I know for me, I like Ubisoft games. As long as I get that damn Avatar game, I don't care. You know? Like, to be honest with you, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I think the Ubisoft Plus should come with Game Pass instead of, you know, you know what I mean? Like, it really should just come, like, it should just be part of it. Like, if they're gonna make this price increase. Like, I'm gonna get something out of it, but I know not everybody will, so it's, you know, make your own choices. If you have to save money, you know, you have to survive and all that, just remember that's more important. But anyways, I'm done rambling. This just my thoughts on the video, and well, why did I say thoughts on the video? I meant that's just my thoughts on the topic. And yeah, I talk fast sometimes. It's just part of who I am. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I know this was kind of a quick one, a quick upload, but I just had to talk about this topic and just kind of get my thoughts on it. So anyways, Phoenix Army, I'm out. I'll see you in the next one.